It's no secret that I love Disney World. We go 3 to 4 times a year, spend a ton on tickets and merch, and we're even Disney Vacation Club members. So when I say this, know it comes from a place of love. You should skip Disney World in 2026. Here's why. If Disney is your once-in-a-lifetime trip, 2026 might be the worst time to go. Construction everywhere, major projects years from being finished, and yet you'll still be paying full Disney prices for a half-finished experience. In this video, I'll break down what's happening in each park, what's coming after 2026, and why waiting until 2027 will give you way more for your hard-earned money. And hey, if you find this breakdown helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss my other Disney planning guides. So let's start with the bigger picture. For years after 2020, Disney stalled many projects due to budget cuts. Beyond the endless Epcot transformation and the forever delayed Tron light cycle run, almost nothing new was happening. Meanwhile, Universal was busy building an entirely new theme park called Epic Universe. Now, reviews for Epic Universe haven't been glowing. I even made a whole video on why I think it's struggling. I'll link it below, but perception still matters. Universal pulled off an entire park in the time Disney managed one roller coaster. That criticism hit hard, and fans were desperate for Josh D'Amaro, the head of Disney Parks and Experiences, to announce something big. And to his credit, at D23 in 2024, he did just that. Were the announcements universally loved? No, but nobody could say Disney wasn't swinging for the fences. Fast forward a year, and those announcements are starting to impact customers. Construction walls, cranes in the sky, blocked off walkways, not exactly magical. But I'll ask you, does all the construction ruin the magic for you, or do you think it's just part of the Disney experience? So here's what's actually going on in 2026. Magic Kingdom, Disney World's most prominent park, is undergoing major changes in the next few years. Big Thunder Mountain, one of Magic Kingdom's most popular attractions, is under a lengthy refurbishment and is due to reopen in 2026. But the thing is, nobody knows when in 2026. We still do not have an exact date, so it could very well be closed for your trip. Rivers of America is sadly now officially drained and walled off to make room for Piston Peak. This will be an incredibly themed area based loosely on the Cars franchise. Based on the scale, don't expect it until 2028 or 2029, though no official opening date has been given.
You're building a Villain's Land in the Magic Kingdom.
Villain's Land, which is set to transform Magic Kingdom and add massive capacity, just broke ground, likely opening in 2029 or 2030. While this is exciting, it also means that the Disney World train is only running one stop instead of looping around the entire park. This is a gut punch considering we just got that train back after Tron officially opened. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin is closed for a much needed update. Much like Big Thunder Mountain, it's set to reopen in 2026, but with no date listed. That could mean the end of 2026. The ride will have updated vehicles, the ability to remove the blasters, and digital targets in an effort to make it easier to know what you're actually shooting at. Cinderella Castle is due for a repaint. The Imagineers just announced that Cinderella Castle will be going back to the old color scheme of gray, white, and gold. The last time the castle was repainted was in 2020, and it took 3 to 4 months. So you can expect some period in 2026 where the castle is under scaffolding. I'll ask you, would you be upset if the castle was covered up during your once-in-a-lifetime trip to Disney World? A new Walt Disney animatronic is coming to the Carousel of Progress. Since Disneyland already built one, there's a good chance it'll debut here in 2027, meaning work likely happens in 2026. This attraction opened in Disneyland in 1967, so this date would line up with its 60th anniversary. The newest rides, Tron and Tiana's Bayou Adventure, are still pulling massive lines. The Silver Lining, once new attractions open down the line, these queue times should finally go down. Animal Kingdom is where things get really dicey. This park, while one of my favorites, is really suffering from a lack of offerings. Disney has been gradually closing and demolishing Dinoland USA to make way for Tropical Americas. The carnival games and rides are gone in order to build an Encanto Dark ride, and the Boneyard, a highly themed kid play area, just closed down for good. Dinosaur, which is an intense dark ride that sees you going back to the Cretaceous period, officially closes on February 2nd, 2026, making way for an Indiana Jones attraction. The target opening date for the entire land is 2027. This leaves the park with the fewest attractions of any Disney theme park, and guests will no doubt walk away very underwhelmed. Hollywood Studios, a park with ongoing capacity issues, is gearing up for some exciting changes. Muppet Vision 3D and the surrounding area are being completely demolished, and Monstropolis from Monsters Inc. will open sometime, likely in 2028 or 2029. Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith closes at the end of 2025 for a Muppets overlay. It's scheduled to reopen sometime in 2026, but I would suspect there will be delays, and a huge surge in demand when it finally does open. What do you think about the Muppets overlay? Is this an upgrade or a downgrade? Star Wars Launch Bay closes September 24th, 2025 for the new Disney Animation Courtyard project. It's officially slated for 2026, but realistically it will be later in the year. Now, no, Launch Bay wasn't a massive draw, but it did offer 3 character meet and greets and glorious air conditioning. 2 new shows just opened, The Little Mermaid and Villains, but that's mostly to make up for the wave of closures. While I've not personally seen these shows yet, I'm told they're fairly underwhelming. Epcot, for the first time in a long time, is the most complete park under the Disney World banner. However, Spaceship Earth is now closed with no reopening date. Nobody is sure if this is a light refurbishment or a major reimagining. Disney has not said anything. While it's not the most exciting attraction, it is very Epcot, and a trip there doesn't feel complete without riding it at least once. And since Epcot just went through a huge transformation, 2026 will feel like a hangover year. No major openings and nothing new announced. If you've been recently, it'll feel exactly the same. I want to hear what you think. Which park do you think needs the most love right now? Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, or Epcot? Now, the money side of things. This part isn't fun, but it does matter. We're in an economic climate of inflation, layoffs, and uncertainty. Disney, meanwhile, keeps raising prices. 2026 will be the most expensive year yet to visit, and if you're going to drop thousands of dollars, wouldn't you want more to do? Waiting until 2027 gives you a much better return on that investment. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Disney World will never be finished, and that's true. There will always be something new on the horizon, but the difference is scale. Since Galaxy's Edge in 2019, almost nothing major has opened. This is the longest drought Disney has ever had, and now we're in a massive construction phase where little will be ready until years later. That backlog makes 2026 feel especially empty. So will I be at Disney World in 2026? Of course, it's my happy place. But here's the difference. A, I'll go in with lower expectations. B, I'll wait for deep discounts on tickets. And C, I'll cut down from 3 to 4 trips next year to maybe 1 or 2. But if this is your first visit or your first visit in a long time, I'd strongly recommend waiting until these new projects are open. That's not to say you should cancel your 2026 trip if it's already booked, or be worried that you're not going to have a good time. You will have a fantastic time. But if you have a choice, I do think waiting is the better option. That's just my take on why 2026 might be the worst year to visit Walt Disney World. Would you go anyway, or would you wait it out until 2027 or even later? Drop your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe for more honest guides like this one. And with that, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.